Today we dive into the mystery of the Sonic statue in the mountains of Japan. Back in December of 2015, there was a Japanese biker who wanted to go out on an adventure and to test his new bike. This seems to be a fun experience, but it turned into something more exciting than just a normal bike run around the woods. The biker turns a corner and sees a mysterious statue, so he stops and he takes a photo of this mysterious statue that is in the wilderness for some reason, and then he went off on his adventure. 5 days later, the Sonic community is aware of this discovery of this mysterious statue, but they all had the same question: why is there a big Sonic statue in the mountains of Japan? This untold mystery started with just a couple of photos of the statue. The most common questions were, where was this statue? How did it get there? How long has it been there for? And who owned this statue? Luckily for us, we found out where the statue was. It was in the Mai Prefecture roads near Kanonji, and on the outskirts of Nabari. We had one rule, and that was we weren't going to make it public because we as a Sonic community wanted it to stay there for Sonic's legacy and security. We did this because we didn't want it to be destroyed or stolen. There was a high chance of it being destroyed or stolen because of the main people that are in the world. In January of 2017, history started to repeat itself with this untold mystery. The user who posted the photo couldn't remember where they found the statue, but all they said was it was in the mountains, and then the untold mystery got colder and colder once again. It seemed like this untold mystery was dead. No one was talking about it anymore. But on March 29th of 2019, the search for the Sonic statue continued. But as it was stated a couple of years ago prior, the rules stayed the same. We only told a handful of people, but we were given hints about where it was. It was near a town with a 15 to 30 minute distance near the Kendai University Technical College, which was located in Nabari. But after that, the untold mystery of the Sonic statue was gone. It finally started to pass away back into the shadows. But then on September 14th of 2018, a user on Twitter who was called ThatEgg123 said that a Japanese TV ad for Sega World Arcade played a clip of a very similar statue, and yes, you guessed it, it was the Sonic statue that went dark. The original location of the statue was found. As what I know, this was the only time we see the Sonic statue in its prime. We now know that the statue is about 10 to 15 years old. When fans started going around looking for the statue, they got very close to finding it, but we couldn't find it. But there was a handful of people that actually knew where it was. I now want to talk about how the statue got there. Yuji Naka commented on this mystery, saying that he would like to visit the statue one day. The information comes from a website called J-Town, who then decided to go to the Sonic statue to see it in person. And then a miracle happened. The miracle was that they found out a lot about the statue. The main part of the information that they gathered was they found out who the owner was. But let's understand the full story first before we can dive further into the video. The people who ran the website contacted the public relations office, and they spoke to an officer about this untold mystery. When they asked about the statue, they were told they had no information on the statue. So this confirms that they or the state did not own the statue, but someone else did. The good thing is they didn't stop trying to unfold this untold mystery. They went to the bread and breakfast, which was a couple of minutes away from the statue itself. So they asked the staff about the Sonic statue when they were there. And they were told they took over the hotel 10 years ago, but when they took over the bread and breakfast hotel, the statue was already there. But they did say the statue led to a villa, and the owner of the villa was actually the owner of the statue, and this led to them calling a man called Yuji Cadera. This is where the story takes a very depressing turn. Yuji Cadera passed away a couple of years ago, but the journalist was able to track down the rest of the family. The family then agreed to talk to the journalist about the statue and their dad. What they said gave us a lot of information on the untold mystery of the Sonic statue. Yuji Naka actually told the arcade, and yes, this was the same arcade that was in the ad a couple of years ago for the Sega World, I'm pretty sure. A lot of the equipment they had in the arcade was going to be thrown out, but Yuji Naka decided to save the Sonic statue, and so that visitors that came to see Yuji Naka at his house would have a hard time finding him. But then when the Sonic statue got there, it helped people get to Yuji Naka's house. The family got emotional talking about their father and also the statue, but if I'm right, then they were happy that people around the world have seen some form of interest in the statue, and because it reflects their dad's nature, just like how we, the Sonic community, gathered together to unfold this untold mystery. That's why Yuji Naka got the statue in the first place. Yes, there's a lot of information now about this untold mystery, but there was an update 2 days ago, and that was the Sonic statue was reformed to its original self. We do now know how and why the statue got there in the first place, but the most depressing part about this is that the original owner has passed away. The most important part about the story was that Yuji Naka put this here so people could find his home, and so people would have a memorable moment with that Sonic statue from the TV ad that was going to get through out with the rest of the equipment. The family said they were really happy that people loved this story and the statue, and that it brought together the Sonic community together. It's a very touching moment that it brought the Sonic community together so we could unfold this mystery in the Sonic community. Yuji Cadera would want it to stay where it is, and we should respect that as a Sonic community. The message I want to be out there about this untold mystery is that love people with care and treat people like the way you would want to be treated yourself. That's what Yuji Naka would truly have wanted. He cared about people, and he cared about that statue. He cared about everything else that was in his life. That's what we as humans would truly want. We would want love and niceness to ourselves and to other people. And that, guys, is the untold mystery of the lost Sonic statue.